Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, we have some interesting things happening in our show with the Demon Lord. One thing being interesting for me, anyway, and it's something that I actually truly enjoy to watch, is people going into dungeons, people finding out new like weapons and armor and stuff like that, or just seeing what some of these dungeons like have to hold for them. And I love things like that. So to know that this show is kind of going in that direction, and he's finally finding the thing that he was talking about since he's run into the issue, which is holy magic. Um, I can't wait to see him actually, go through with his plans of actually figuring out what he can do about it, and not only that, where is it going to take him afterwards once he figures out what he can do with certain weapons and armor, and if there's going to be even a need for like grinding to make your people that you actually live with stronger and stuff like that. What all is going to come with this is my like takeaway from what we're getting now. And I love that aspect of this storytelling, because not only are we going to probably find that out, but we're going to get that and then some, so interested in that. Not only that, we gotten to see just what some of these adventurers really do after grinding and getting all the stuff that they need to get, and it's really interesting, but at the same time it's straightforward. Like this is how every adventure or like every guild usually works within every show and every game and stuff like that. So they do take a lot of details and thought processes from things that already exist. So because of that, you just kind of get this nice overall tone of, oh, I know where this is going, and oh, I know what this could probably be. And then once you get all that information, you're like, okay, yeah, it's remotely how I expected it, and because of that, I can easily kind of like tone that out. But for some people who don't deal with games or guilds and stuff like that, or heard about them, then it's a brand new concept, so it was pretty smart on their part to keep it relatively the same like that, just have everything lined up with most others. But other than that, this week we get to learn just how ridiculous this girl is that has it, or this guy is that has a crush on our main character, and just how much of the craziest stuff she'll say or he'll do to get on his nerve and stuff. And I thought it was hilarious because the whole episode he's calling him a girl, so clearly it's going to be either a surprise or he's never going to find out somehow. And I know why he's probably never going to find out, but for the person who actually wants him to probably find out, yeah, they might not be as happy. But overall, this week's episode definitely was just an information bomb. Like I was saying, the world building in this show is what is actually cool about it, in the sense of they need more seasons if you're going to spend all of this time telling me about a place that then if I don't get to see any of it, it was pointless, right? Like, if you talk about dungeons, if you talk about all these different things, what was the point if you never had the plans of taking the show to those places, It's just like saying, oh, I'm the Demon Lord, but giving us no real reason why that title is even important, or why he actually is the Demon Lord in their eyes and stuff like that. It's just like, hey, we're doing this because we notice it's popular, but we have no plans or actual creativity of what to do with it. So just take it as a little thing that we noticed you guys liked and we thought you wanted more of. So we just did it. There you go. That's what it felt more like. If you don't actually do something with all of that, information, all of that things that you try to put forward, it just comes off as wishy-washy. Like, oh, we knew this would be a catch, so since it is, you guys should be catching it, you know? And if that's the case, that's really disappointing. But I feel like there's a chance that all this stuff should have quite a good bit of, you know, follow-up behind us learning this information on them. So that's me holding on to hope for that aspect. The other aspect is the show is a comedy. Like, literally, it's hilarious. So to take it for being anime that's going to either blow up in the case of like, oh my god, everything we learned to this point has led up to something, like, it's just not that type of show. It's a show where, yes, some of the things are going to lead up to what we've been hearing from start to finish, but it's mostly comedy stuff. It's mostly stuff to keep the audience laughing or expecting that something that shouldn't be important ends up showing up at all the way to the end, you know, like things like that. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I think that's why I like the show as well, is because it's already garnered its fan base and its hate. So either you're, at this point, you're either on one side or the other. So I don't mind being on my own side, or however I feel about it. If no one feels the same, whatever. If you guys love it and or hate it, it's whatever. It's like, I never understood people trying to change opinions of what people feel. I mean, I understand you can say something's bad, and then if someone says it's good, that must hurt your pride or something. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But regardless of that fact, if you're watching it still, knowing that you don't like it from episode 1, then you're clearly just either purely looking into this for, you know, your own weird reasoning, or you have some good reasoning to watch it because of whatever. And I've never heard those reasons, but to be fair, I don't care. I don't care. So that's another reason why I don't tell you guys to subscribe and drop likes, is because if you like or subscribe, then you did it yourself. You know, like, I shouldn't have to tell you guys to do it. This whole entire platform has been up for so long that you guys know what you like and what you're going to subscribe to. I know some people that just subscribe just so they can unsubscribe the next second. Like, that's just how this like community is of people that like to be on YouTube, and some of you aren't, some of you are. It's just what it is. But regardless of that, I will be here making content, so if you ever want to come back and talk to your boy, I'll always be here trying to make some new videos out of new shows that I know nothing about, or even old shows that come back and I want to tell you guys about. So with all that being said, I hope you have an amazing day, nights, evening, whatever the case may be when you watch this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I definitely will talk to you later. So peace.